My name is Elite Zexer. I'm here because I directed the film Sandstorm, and we are nominated for the Discovery category. Sandstorm tells the story of a Bedouin family. It starts with the mother. Her name is Jalila, and she's hosting her husband's second marriage to a wife who is 20 years younger than her. And during the wedding, she finds out that her daughter has been having a very secret affair at the university with a man from a different tribe, and that's not allowed. And the film basically tells the story of how the one family now has to deal with two big dramas that happen to them at the same time. I came to know Bedouins through my mom. My mother, she does a lot of things in her life, but one of them is stills photography. And she started taking stills photographs in a Bedouin village 10 years ago. And she just became very close friends with many of them. And she dragged our whole family after her. So me and my dad and my sister and my mom, we started spending a lot of vacations and weekends and all the time we could possibly in Bedouin villages, and they would come to visit us. And it was a very close friendship. And at one point, a lot of young ladies started asking my mom to come and shoot their weddings. So we started running into many young women and hearing a lot of stories of how they got married. And at some point, we met a young lady that she was one of the first in her village to go out to university. And she met a strange boy, a boy who is from a different tribe. And she fell in love. And that's not allowed. So her family, when they found out, they told her she can't go anymore to university and she has to stay home and she has to marry the man that they choose for her. And in the beginning, she was debating very hard what to do. But finally, she decided she can't hurt her family by any means, and she's going to marry the man that they choose. And in her wedding, me and my mom, we were with her when she was standing in her bedroom, which is the very first time she walked into it because the husband builds a house. And she was seconds before meeting the man for the first time because she never met him or saw him before. And we could hear a parade of men approaching the house, and she knew that it's seconds before he's entering the room and she will see him. And she turned to me and to my mom and she told us that for her daughter, things will be different. And that was the second that I knew that I was going to make this movie. And that happened 10 years ago. So it took me 10 years to get to this moment. To get the trust of people, it wasn't hard at all because I've known them before. It's not like I wanted to make a movie, so I went to meet people. I already knew so many people when I decided to make the movie. But I think to be authentic was the biggest thing in the filmmaking of this movie. It was always number one. So it's a big part of why it took 10 years. Because I didn't want to be this outsider that's coming in and sort of forcing my opinion on a culture that's different than mine. I wanted to understand the way that they think and that they see their situation and have the characters think in that way. And so I would just go and spend a lot of time in different villages, hear many stories, hear many different point of views, and then rewrite every time until I finally, after years, I felt like, okay, I think now it's authentic and real enough and I'm okay. And only then I went out to get money. So that's part of why it took so long. And then also we surrounded ourselves all the time with Bedouins. I had a Bedouin who translated the script, who was a dialogue coach for the actors, who was a Bedouin who was the cultural advisor on set all the time, and also we shot on locations. So we were surrounded with people that corrected, if we made it the smallest mistake, we were corrected on set already. So I feel like shooting in the villages was another big part of making it real. The actors are not Bedouins. You can't actually shoot Bedouin women and show them to anyone else except their very immediate family. So I couldn't cast Bedouin women. But what we did was we casted women that would look as authentic as possible. And we took them to villages. We talked a lot about the culture. And also we did dialogue coaching because the accent is not the same between not Bedouins and Bedouins in Israel. So we did dialogue coaching for 3 months. And then we obviously shot on villages. Also that when you shoot amongst the real people, it helps. So that's how we coached the actors. In Israel, I think I feel very fortunate in every direction. First, we had the Academy Awards, and we won 6 Academy Awards, including Best Film and Best Director. And so that was just amazing. And then the reviews came out and were so positive and welcoming, and they just really, I felt like they got everything I was trying to do and trying to say. So that was, that always, it feels incredible after you work on something for 10 years and people understand it in the place that we come from. It's the most important thing. And then in the theaters, it was, a lot of people went to see it. I mean, it was from every direction. It was Jews and Arabs and Bedouins, everybody filled the theaters, and it ran for months. It's still running, actually. And the reactions were really heartwarming, so I feel very blessed.